Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Shinju again. I honestly have not decided what I want to go by yet, if I want to go by my full, username on YouTube, which is Chisai Shinju, or just shorten it and go by Shinju, or Chisai, or Chi, or Sai, or my actual nickname. I have not decided yet, but let me know what you think, or if I should not even introduce myself in my videos. I actually just realized I probably have not really, formally introduced myself in videos. It was always just like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, let's get into it, but today we are doing a pretty simple build, and by simple I mean it's nothing too complicated. This is literally it. It was just one of those days for me where I just wanted to build something, but I also did not want to overthink it or stress myself out or anything like that. So it's a pretty simple build, not too modern, but also, not rustic at all, I would think. It's also not as cluttered, so it's a little more minimalistic, I guess, in that sense. Like, there's not a lot of clutter. I feel like I like the idea of living, very minimal and all that, but at the same time, I feel like the look is too clean. Like, I get it, like some people love it, and I totally respect that. And I actually admire, people who are able to live that sort of lifestyle. But I personally, I don't think it would work for me. I like showing a lot of the stuff I own, I guess. I don't quite know how you can explain that, but I like putting my books on display. I like having my figurines in display, like my Nandroids and my Pop figures and all that. I like having wall art also. Not that we have a lot right now, but I just like the look of it. It just fills a space up more and it looks more homey. It doesn't look like a home that you would see in like a catalog or a magazine or something like that. But anyway, back to the build. Like I said, this is pretty much it. I don't adjust, the size of the home much. I don't really, that's it. This is it. I did try to make a few changes, but I didn't like how it worked out, so I went back to what it originally looked like. If there's one thing about this build that I wish I did differently, it's that I wish I made the bathroom a little smaller, and I wish the bedroom was a little smaller too, so we could have a larger living space, and so that we could actually fit a love seat at least, or a couch or whatever in the the initial first area or living space or family room, however you want to call it. But I think it worked out in terms of not having that love seat or that couch. I just could not figure out how I'd be able to put it in that space or room, But I've also seen, in photos and stuff, I've seen builds where some smaller homes didn't even really have a formal sitting space, and literally, like, you can see the TV from the dining table or the, breakfast counter or something like that. But that's kind of what ended up happening here. Like, as you can see, I did try to fit it in, but it didn't make sense. I was like, no, you know what, whatever, screw it. With this little area, instead of using an accent table or a TV stand, I ended up using those. So they're the cupboards actually, but obviously I put them down on the floor instead, oh my goodness, here we go. I put them down on the floor instead of, further up where they usually are, I guess. I mean, cupboards can be on the ground too, right? But anyway, that's what I ended up doing, and I liked how it turned out. I do put a little bit of stuff on it, but not too much. Like, I don't go overboard, because also you don't want a lot of things distracting you from the TV, I would feel like, or maybe that's just me. You know what? I personally don't know how I feel about that shower stall. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I put that in. I could have used something else, but I mean, I guess at that time that's what I decided, but looking at it right now, I don't like it much. And when I was taking the screenshots too, I was like, why did I do this? But you know what? I didn't even change it. Like, I'll leave it as is. I also like what I did there. A very brief, I don't know if you saw it, but I put the toilet roll on the counter instead of on the wall, because obviously the wall next to the toilet is a glass window. So yeah, I like that. It surprisingly, when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, how can I get this on the counter and for it to not like automatically lock itself to the wall? And the solution was to get rid of the wall and then put it on the counter and then put the wall back. So if ever you want to do that too, that's how you do it. I like how I'm pretending to be I'm so helpful, but people probably already know that, and I'm just like making it more complicated than it should be. I don't know. But you know what? The inside of the house is pretty much done. I do believe I just need to put wallpapers. I clutter it up a little bit, like decorate a little bit, and then I work on the outside of the house. And like I said, it's pretty simple. It was a pretty fast build too. Like, it's one of those builds where I didn't have to think about it too much. It was just like boom boom boom, this is what I want it to look like, this is what I want to do, and we're done. And it actually looks pretty, for me, it looks pretty similar to the challenge build that I did, which was the Mies van der Rohe inspired home, at least in terms of shape, size. It's pretty similar, but not exactly the same. I guess to me it's just similar because they're both rectangles or rectangular in shape, and the roof too. But that's pretty much it. The blinds, I put them pretty much all over the house, or at least the parts where you need a bit more privacy. So obviously, in my mind, those blinds roll down with like a remote or something. Like they're very fancy blinds. Oh, okay. I thought I did not put any in the living area, but I guess I did. But like I said, in my mind, they're the fancy blinds that you press a button on a remote control and it comes down. Ta-da! That way you don't have to do it manually. Let's see what else is going on. And it looks like I am just, like I said, decorating the inside a bit more, and then I work on the outside, which also was nothing like too complicated or too crazy, I like to think. I also do want to let you know that the screenshots I took for this house, I took it on a different season, so the plants unfortunately are all dried out. The trees are barren of leaves, and yeah, so just warning you guys that those screenshots look like that. They look a little miserable, I guess you would say, with the, you know, plants and trees dead and stuff, or dry. But anyway, I don't know, what else is there to talk about? I'm just decorating the house. How are you guys? Is everything good? Are you happy or are you sad? If you are, please don't be. I'll come over and give you guys a big hug. I'm a hugger. That's so funny. Now I have something to talk about. But like I said, I'm a hugger. one of my good friends actually is not a hugger, and I respect that. Like, I will not hug her. I probably did once because I was just super excited to see her. So I hugged her, but now I'm kind of just like, okay, I know you're not a hugger, so I'm going to refrain from doing that. But it's funny how some people, you know, are like that and some people aren't. But also, I'm only a hugger if I really, I don't know. If it's someone that, it's hard to say, like, there's some people who try to hug me and I'm like, please don't. And maybe it's just me being picky, or maybe I'm just like, I don't really like know you all that well yet. But if someone like needs a hug, like if I know someone's having a bad day, I always just have this, you know, in me to come up to that person and just give them a big tight squeeze, you know? And for me, if someone did that to me, it would make me so happy and just feel like everything's gonna be okay. And that's probably why I like to give people hugs too when they're upset. So, fun fact about me. What else is there to talk about? I'm obsessed with succulents, and I love that our house actually has a whole bunch of succulents on our front yard. And when I say a whole bunch, our front yard is pretty much like grass and then succulents right up against the wall of the house. And we do have like a little palm tree. I kind of want to get a different tree for our front yard, but my husband says the palm tree is the best because you don't have to take care of it as much. Or I guess for him it means not raking up as much leaves as you have to, which I understand because he does the yard work and I don't really help him out. Blah, blah. I'm sorry. I don't really help him out much unless I feel like it. Like this weekend we actually already made plans to work on our yard after all the rain and stuff. There's just weeds like in the front yard and obviously in our back area too, and the grass is getting out of hand. You know, it's really long, but at least that's something to do for a few hours maybe this Saturday or what. But I think that was one thing I should have thought about before we decided to buy this house. We probably should have bought, or rather looked for a house that had a smaller yard. Not that our yard is like huge, but it is a lot of work to take care of a yard. And I feel like you don't realize it until you actually have one to take care of. But yeah, so I'm obsessed with succulents. Another fun fact, what else is there? What else can I say? There's still so much time in this video, I feel like. Or actually, I think we're almost done. I put this umbrella in that little outdoor eating area, and then I added a pole in the back and a couple trees, and I think we're good. But another fun fact, I've been playing the piano since I was 5. And I miss it because right now we don't have a piano in the house. We have no keyboard, nothing. I just have my violin, and whenever I try to play my violin, our dog goes nuts. She hates it. And I'm like, why? Like, I'm not bad. At least I don't think I'm bad, but she hates it. So I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll be respectful and not play it around too much. But yeah, I've been playing the piano since I was 5, and I keep telling my husband that I miss it because I feel like I haven't touched a piano in years. And it sucks. Like, I feel like I'm going through this weird withdrawal thing where sometimes all I'll do is listen to classical music because I miss it so much. But anyway, house is done. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. But you did learn a bit more about me, so yay. This house is up on the gallery. And again, the screenshots, I'm sorry, it was a different season when I took the screenshots, but here we go. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!